What's up? It's Jet Rod. Wearing my wife's toboggan. Had a bad hair day today. Don't forget to change your kitchen towels. Got humbled, as per usual, with the honest workout with the Rodopolis. Was humbled on a couple of weights. Like I said, you want to try to dip below. I did not successfully do that. But that's okay. We make mistakes. I was wrong. As you can see, if you're following along, here's where I thought we were going to be, and there's where we realistically landed. We lost 10 pounds on the bench, 20 pounds on several of the dumbbell movements. You just get fatigued. I got the 135 up on the bench for all the sets, but the whole last set, my shoulder was just, and that's another thing. My shoulder, I was like, man, I'm very tight in the shoulder. We're approaching the Snapcity limits, and I don't want to go there. We got to reroute, detour around Snap City. So it's just 135 pounds, I know, but if 135 is heavy for you, that's okay. But I've been lifting for a long time, so it's expected that I, just like anybody else, I feel like I should be progressed further after years of lifting in the bench press department. But it's my weak point. My strong point has always been my deadlift and my squat. Okay, and my shoulder press. I have a decent shoulder press. My flat bench has never really been that impressive. Putting 255 up for one, that's not very impressive after years of lifting. But if 135 is heavy for you right now, keep going. You're gonna get there. So the last, the thing that comes to mind is the warm up. I'm gonna need to do. It was 3 a.m. when I got up and went in there. So it was about 3:15. The gym is right down the street from the house, like 2 blocks away. So got there pretty quick. I did warm up. I did some shoulder warm ups, a lot of toe touches, some lunges. I need to do a more extensive workup with the warm up. Just fitting it into the time frame and knowing that the fatigue is going to set in hard very quickly in the lift due to the sheer volume and the short amount of time that you're lifting that volume in. So I'm going to do a little more extensive of a warm-up to protect the shoulders. And like I said, some of the weights dropped. Now on the diet side, I've gotten down. It was 218.2 pounds was my average. So the heaviest at the very end of the bulk. I'm already down to 213.6 this morning, fully depleted. That's nice to see. To say, okay, well, we're here already. It's nice to see from a weight loss perspective, from a trying to maintain muscle mass and lose fat at the same time perspective. It's a little scary, but don't forget, you're going to lose a bunch of weight very quickly because you're going to be depleting. Water weight's going to get depleted a lot. That does, when you deplete the glycogen in your muscles, you're losing a bunch of, it's all getting, you're evacuating it from your system basically more than you're putting it in. So you're just on the protein and fats, very low carbs. If you watch the shake of the day, I just put some of that Christmas tree, that Little Debbie's Christmas tree creamer in there. My wife got it. It was on sale. Obviously, the holidays are over. Very tasty. I love Little Debbie's. Welcome at my house, but I cannot partake in the snackage, even though I love those little Christmas trees. They're so good. But anyway, correction. There's 3 grams of carbs in that. So I went a little beyond what. If I try to stick to zero, absolute zero, then 3 carbs in a meal. How many carbs are in your toothpaste? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that big of a deal. So, how many carbs do you breathe in? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? None. You're not breathing in carbohydrates. It doesn't work that way in the respiratory system. I'm sorry. But you get the gist. Like, where are you picking up any carbs at all whatsoever? So, if I shoot for the stars, I'll hit the tallest of mountains, right? Shoot for the stars, hit the tallest of mountains. So shoot for absolute zero, and if you hit 3 or 4 carbs in a whole day, what's the deal? You know, that's not going to restore your liver's glycogen levels or your muscle cells, you know. We're depleting down to where we're just getting into ketosis. This is a keto diet. This Vince Gironda's high definition diet is the keto diet before keto diets were even written. It wasn't considered a keto diet. I don't even know if scientists knew what ketones were back then. So, anyway, the weights have dropped. The fight is on. The weight is getting down to a more balanced weight, I believe. Feeling pretty good. The first few days, if you're doing this diet in the future, if you're following along right now, or if you're trying to diet through, just stick to it. It gets better. I was the first evening after a whole year of bulking and just all the carbs were there, and then immediately cutting off and not tapering down a diet in any meaningful way. Just zero carbs. I felt really bad that first day. That first evening, I was like, man, I felt like Bear Grylls on day 5. You know, I felt like Survivor Man. You know, there's nothing. I was living off like the Dragon Warrior, a single drop of dew from the ginkgo leaf and the power of the universe. Okay, we're short on universe juice.